Hey, welcome back to You Monster Gaming. Today I wanted to do a video on the library. I think in the early part of the game and ongoing, really, it's something that you really have to pay attention to. And we're just going to go over the beginning of the library. I think once you get to the fourth age in is when the library opens up. I think it's right when you pick the nation that you want to be as well. So I am the Japanese, so my buildings look like this, but let me click on the library, click research, and we'll focus on the first two levels, and then I might quickly jump to the third one just to kind of show you some stuff. So when you first get the library, you're going to see these two sets of books here, which is really cool. As you keep going further, there are only one set of books per level. So only at the beginning you have a lot more to work with, which is nice. And every time you add another level to the library, obviously you're gonna have to pay a bunch of gold to do that. But it's well worth it. This is where you're gonna be able to research a lot of technologies. It's gonna really help you. So let's take a look at the first one, which is pottery. So there's one, two, three, four, five different chapters, and each chapter is a different thing that you have to basically learn. So you're going to pay gold to do that. These all differ though, so they're not all going to be just gold or food. They will differentiate, but they're really obvious. You'll just see how much the cost is, how long it's going to take to learn that research that, and you just wait and you're good to go. The really nice thing though is that it does not use up any workers, just resources to learn these things. So definitely start working on these as quick as you can. On the left side here, you'll see that you can unlock a second upgrade slot, which is really cool. I think they added that about a year and a half ago, and lets you basically learn two things at the same time. But to open up the second slot, it's 1,000 crowns, which is a lot of crowns. But later in the game, when you start accumulating a lot more, it probably is worth it. Um, I usually have so many things to work on, to upgrade and research and spend my gold and food on that I don't really have the need to do more than one of these at a time, but depends what you want to focus on. So let's go back to the pottery, sorry. So chapter 1, 5% resource from fruit trees and gold mines. And those you get really early on in the game. And then, as you can see, chapter 3, +2 fruit tree limit, which means you can grow another two. And those produce food for you automatically, which is nice. Chapter 2 is +10% chance of finding cider and metal. So in this game, which is a little bit different than a lot of other games, is when you go hunting. So let's say I hit the stag, I want to hit the info. Stags can be hunted for crowns. So when you hunt the stags, you can get crowns. Bear is very dangerous. You go first. um, the reward is 60,000, but a technology bonus of 39,000. And I believe I got that bonus from the library. Not sure if I have any other animals wandering around here, but usually there are fox and bunnies as well, and then regular deer. Now, when you collect, actually, let me see, info. So fruit trees, a cheap and convenient way to grow extra food. And I have, technology bonuses here as well. But if you see here, chance at 60%, that is cider, even though I can't click on it. That's what that is. If you click on the chest over here, all the way on the far right, these are all the trade goods. The top row are goods that you can collect just playing the game by hunting and gathering, basically. The diamonds are going to be the hardest ones to come by. A lot of times you will win those, or when the fairy comes by to drop off some goods for you, you have the option of picking that one. So I would say the majority of the time, that's what you want to get. If you're given the option of getting goods, trade goods, you want to do that one. You'll get, oh, here we go. This might explain actually. Cider is often created by your citizens when they harvest fruit trees. And here it tells you what you can create. So these are mercenaries. So these are mercenaries that you can get by using those things there. And it tells you a few need a certain mercenary camp level to be able to recruit those people. So now diamonds occasionally gain winning a 3 or 4 star battle against other players, and always gain with a 5-star victory. So so that's how you get those ones. Battle a lot, get a lot of stars, and you have a very high likelihood of accumulating those. Then you have metal, can be found while collecting from the gold mines, and then these are the different things that you can hire from the mercenary camps if you have the right combination of materials. Then you have leather, can be found while hunting deer or boar. So those ones you'll probably end up accumulating a good amount. And then fur can be found by hunting bunnies, foxes, or bears. That's another one that you will accumulate pretty quickly. So the cider is and the pelts you're going to accumulate really quickly. And the metal you'll accumulate at a pretty good rate. Like I said, these ones are going to be harder because these are contingent of you winning battles, or if you get the little boat trade that brings in goods. I would do that. Actually, another way to get those is when you hit battle. Oops, let me move that. When you hit battle, see this victory chest here? So if you earn a certain amount of stars, you will win a victory chest, and a lot of times those diamonds are going to be there. So that's another way to get some more diamonds. But you'll see that if you're constantly hunting and gathering, things like that, you're going to accumulate that stuff pretty quickly, which is really nice. Let's see, and then eventually you will get the storehouse, and that's what keeps all of those goods together. All right, and a lot of other goods that you can get later, much later in the game. Sorry, let's go back. So the other one would be roadways, which obviously is very important. Your roads, you can get +5 road limit, +10 road income, another +5 road limit, +20% road health bonus for town center, +10% road income. So it's really going to help you with your roadways and making them really help your civilization develop, which is really nice. Then you have reinforcements. This is a military one, so hidden defenders come from the forest. So that one's awesome. So before you have that, you don't get defenders from the forest. This will give you that ability, which is huge. +10% defender attack, really nice. More hidden defenders coming from the forest. So when you get attacked, you will get defenders that will come out of the forest, obviously, and help defend your city. +10% defender health, +10% defender attack. So that's really good. Those ones, all of these that I've mentioned, are going to be relatively easy. They will cost quite a bit, but they're going to be pretty easy to work on. Then we have free companies, +10% mercenary health, attack, +1 mercenary army limit, +20% attack, +10% health. So this one's strictly for mercenaries. So it's huge. At the beginning of the game, it really makes a big difference. I'm a huge fan of using mercenary troops because they only cost resources. They don't cost food or their gold. So I don't know. To me, it's a lot easier to collect things, get those resources, and just start hiring these guys. And they don't cost anything other than the resources, which you're going to get pretty quickly anyways. All right, now we have exploration. So that says 10% cost refund to clear forest, which really helps because clearing forest is very expensive. -50% cost of debris clearing. So when you clear a forest, sometimes you'll have stones and different things in the way that you need to clear, obviously, so you can build there. So that's going to help you with that. +5% chance to find an animal when clearing debris. So that helps. You get some more food or gold or some of those raw materials, which is nice. +10% chance to find an animal when clearing debris. So added another 10%. And then +1 gold mine limit, which is really good at the beginning of the game. Getting that extra tree like we saw on the other one, extra fruit, 2 fruit trees, sorry, and the extra gold mine there really help with the ongoing collecting and gathering of goods. So you don't have to fight, you don't have to do anything, and those are going to automatically regenerate and give you stuff. So those are nice, at least in the beginning of the game. They're super useful. Later in the game, there's much better and quicker ways to make massive amount of money and food. But you know what? Take that. Research these as quickly as you can. Um, okay, now we're at watchtowers. So +1 tower limit. That's awesome. Plus 20% health, plus 10% attack. Another tower limit, and plus 10% tower attack. So just by completing this, you're going to be able to have 2 more towers. It's awesome. Build it. Machinery. Plus 20% catapult attack, plus 10% health, +1 catapult limit. So now you can build an extra catapult just by researching this, which is awesome. Plus 10% health. Catapults attack 10% faster. Catapults do attack very slowly, so that helps a lot too. Plus you're getting an extra one. Awesome. So it gives you the ability to have another one. It's not giving you one for free. Just make note of that. You will still have to, pay for that. All right, cast iron. Plus 10 Kazoku attack. I believe in my game the Kazoku is your infantry. Okay, plus 10 submachine gun attack. That's your, in this case it would be your archer unit. Plus 20% heavy motorcycle raider. So that one would be plus 20% attack for your raiders, the ones that steal the resources from the opponent. Another plus 10% bonus, but this one's for the health for your infantry. And plus 20% attack against defender infantry. So this one's really good. It makes, the majority of it makes your foot soldiers, your archers, and your raiders much better, which is really nice. Now we're going to skip to level 2. You can see level 1 had a lot of goodies. Definitely upgrade those as quick as possible because they will become useful immediately. Level 2, crop rotation. So it's another one to do with your economy, right? +1 farm limit. Awesome. Now you can build an extra farm. Now you can farm for more food ongoing. Really good. Plus 5% farm harvest. And that is all your farms, not just one. So that's really good. Chapter 3, you get another farm. So now you can have 2 more farms than before you started doing this. Plus 30% mill health. That's where you store your food. So that's really good. And plus 5% farm harvest. So you're going to be able to harvest more from your farms. So that one's really nice too. Really good source of food. All right, now we have commerce. So +1 caravan limit. That's the little caravan dude that goes around collecting taxes and collecting your money for you. So you have an extra dude. You can do that. Plus 5% caravan income. It's not that much, but now the next one, +1 caravan limit. So you're getting an extra 5% income, and you have 2 more caravans than you had before we started. So that's really going to start adding up. Plus 30% market health, which is really good, and then another plus 5% caravan income. So to me, this was easy. Upgrade these things. Get the extra 2 caravans, upgrade them, and start collecting that gold. Super useful. All right, ramparts. Ramparts. So you get +5 wall limit. So that's going to add more walls. Good. Plus 10% wall, bastion, and gate health. Perfect. Bastion is one of the new things that they added to the game. So I'm not quite sure when when that appears in the game itself, because when I was playing I was already further along, but whatever, they have it there, so that's good to know that it's also going to help that as well. +5 wall limit, plus 50% town center health, which really helps because when they defeat your town center they are guaranteed a victory, so having a little extra health for the town center really can make a difference. And then another 5 walls. So like I mentioned in the previous video, walls are super important. Don't level them up too fast because you will run out of money, run out of income. But always be cognizant that if you're moving up in ages, you want to move up your defenses too. You want to get those walls leveled up as well. They're very, very, very important, which is why they have a whole book designated just on that. And we saw a similar book in level 1 as well. All right, last one down here, Chivalry. +10 battle tank health. So that would be your knights, your cavalry. So that's really good. So another 10% there, plus 10% howitzer attack. The howitzer would be your artillery. I forget what it's called, your bombard or your cannon. So that's another 10% attack there, which is really nice. Another 10% supply truck healing, so that's your healing vehicle, which is awesome. So that's another 10% healing there. Another 10% attack for your battle tank or knight, and plus 10% supply truck healing. Wow. So that really helps your supply truck that's going to be healing you. An extra 20% just by researching that. So at the beginning of the game, it is going to take you quite a bit to get even past the level 2, just because there's so many books. So there's 5 books, or 5 chapters, sorry, in each book, and they all cost money, and they're all going to take time. So, you know, I think level 1 and level 2, 100%, you want to do them as quick as you can, or as quick as you can. That makes sense, because it's really, really, really going to help you. You'll see that in level 3, I didn't finish the last one here. It's honestly because I didn't have any decoys until a few weeks ago. It just wasn't top of my priority. So some of these ones going forward, you can be a little bit more selective. You know, if you really want more defenses, more attacking type things, or you want your economy to really boost, you can be choosy. You know, you can pick here, pick there. And I mean, we're only on level 3, and this is going to cost me 3.2 million food. So you can see that these chapters start getting very expensive, and even though those 5 chapters alone would probably be at least 12 million. So I've been kind of being a little bit more choosy here on what I do. Let's see. So standing army on level 5 was something that as soon as I saw it, I'm like, ooh, I got to do something there. Plus 2 troop capacity, plus 3 troop capacity, plus 5 troop capacity. So right there, I just got plus 10 troop capacity, and then plus 10 barracks troop attack or healing and health. That's huge. And then I got another 5 troop capacity. So whatever army I could sustain at that point, this added another 15. Huge. So my tip here is do level 1, level 2, complete all of it, right? Once you unlock 3 and above, be very picky and be very choosy on what you want to upgrade, depending on your gameplay, depending on what your goals are in the game and what you're trying to do. I mean, eventually, I think I'll probably end up doing all of them, but some of them don't really affect me all that much right now. So increases the maximum number of animals by 1. I already have a ton of animals running around. I don't collect them all the time or harvest or hunt them all the time. So paying 4 million for 1 more animal, is that really worth it? Who knows? You know, I have other stuff down here that I'd rather do more. Let's see, level 6. So this one I definitely want to do plus 10% oil well production, plus 10% heavy tank defender attack, reduces heavy tank troop space by 1. So some of these you'll see are going to be extremely useful, and some of them are going to be a little less useful. But definitely complete level 1, level 2. It will change your game for sure. You're going to add a lot more troops. You're going to add a lot more ways to make money, a lot more ways to make food, a lot more ways to buff up your offense, buff up your defense. It's really, really important. And at the same time, I have to give kudos to the developers of the game, that they took their time and made the library something like realistic. Like, these are things that a nation would actually want to research and develop and improve on. So they were spot on with all these things here. And they really do give you the option of being very economy based, be very attack based, very defensive. It's amazing the time and effort that they put into the library. And like I said in a previous video, they have continued to add. I think last time I was looking at this like a year ago, there's only 12 levels. I know they added another age to the game, and I think they added a whole other level or 2. So it's a lot to go through, and yeah. So hopefully that didn't go too long. I know my last video was a little bit long, so I'm going to try to see if I can keep everything at under 15 minutes so I don't bore you to death. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions about the library, or are you thinking of researching something in there? Do you think it's the right thing to research at this time? What should you focus on in there? Any questions about that? Awesome. Leave the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Like I said, I'm going to try to do videos a little bit more regular than before. And I do have a bunch of topics lined up. But any other topics you'd like to hear more about, please let me know. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you.